And we are back with Greg Stutz. My man, how you doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How are you feeling?
Ooh.
So we're gonna get back to it because we're having some good conversation about your music and all that. So you Tanzanian?
Yes, sir. Half
born
and partially raised
in Tanzania.
Yeah, in Tanzania.
Okay. Talk to me about how rooted are you in the culture?
You know, if I didn't have to be here, I'd be there. You know,
for real.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's a big statement because I'm African, but you ain't gonna hear that from me.
But you're South African.
I'm Congolese.
You're from Congo?
I was born in the Congo.
Okay. See, it's I don't know anything about South Africa, but
Tanzania is a good place, though.
Tanzania is a good place, man, in the sense that it's kind of a free market. You know, like I could go out there and really get a lot of things accomplished. Yeah. So I feel like it's here. I have to go through the whole bureaucracy and stuff like that, and I just don't have time for that.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to get back.
Yeah. So how much of your roots in Tanzania influence your music? Because I know you shout out Tanzania quite a bit.
You know what? I hate Tanzanian music sometimes because all they do is try to copy us, copy what Americans are doing and trying to commercialize it. And also, the thing that I love about Tanzanian music is the melodies. That always gets to me. But the beats are just lame. Boom, ding, boom, ding. I know somebody out there is just like, blasphemy. But you know what? You know, I make the hottest beats in the world, and I think that, you know, they need to step it up. And I'm willing to go out there and contribute. Yeah. You know?
No, that's not. No, I hear that. Actually, that links into my next question is, I feel like when you're a foreigner and you grow up in the States, I feel like that's always an advantage because I feel like if you're born and raised in New York, because America doesn't show a lot of the rest of the world, which makes
perspective.
Yeah. You know, I feel like if you're a foreigner, you come in, it's a good thing. Now, what do you think, like, what attributes about yourself do you think you have is, you know, that you hold, you know, credit to the fact that you are Tanzanian, but you are in a foreign place, as foreign as you know, your blood, but you know, you've been here for a long time.
Right. I mean, that's a good question. I don't know. Like, I guess I see a lot of really positive things about American culture. Yeah. And I see a lot of really positive things about Tanzanian culture. I'm really just a combination of both. You know, I feel being a foreigner just basically gives me an advantage to an alternative way of being or dressing or something like that. But, you know, for the most part, I mean, I don't see so much of a difference. The materialism that pervades all the people here in America pervades all the people, all the culture and the society there in Africa. Yeah. You know, we're all human beings. The more that I've traveled, the more that I've become familiar with my country and its values, the more that I realize that human beings, we're all just the same, man. Yeah. It's just a language difference and a slight culture difference, you know? Yeah. That's the way I feel. But a lot of people would think differently.
Go ahead, Martin Luther.
Hey man.
All right, man. Let's talk about your relationship with Benny Cassette. Now, people, for those who don't know who Benny Cassette is, he's a white dude.
Right. Yeah. Let's state the facts.
Yeah, he's a white dude with talent at his fingers. Yeah. My man produces, man. Yeah. When I say this guy produces, he produces.
Incredible.
Like, first of all, to work for someone like Kanye West, you must understand that this guy only want to work with the best. Right. So if he's going to handpick you from a million other producers that he could have worked with, it says something about yourself. And the fact that it says something about you, the fact that this guy mentors you, it says something about you, man. So talk to me about your relationship. How did it start? Where did you meet him? And so forth.
You know, it's funny how I met Benny Cassette. I met him at a conference one time, and he was performing there. He had flown in. He was flown in from Los Angeles, and I actually had a slot on the performance. It was kind of like an open mic type thing at the end, and he had his. You can let him know. It's okay. He had like a. He had a performance, and I had an open mic at the end, and I saw him do his thing, and I was so blown away. I was like, wow. I went up to him. I said, man, like, I'm performing in like 30 minutes. Can you come watch? He's like, looked at me, and he was nice. He was like, yeah, sure. So he came and watched me perform. Yeah. I forgot all my lyrics. My friend, who now lives in Los Angeles, he picked up my bars and basically saved the show, and I made a complete wreck of myself in front of Benny Cassette. 3 years later, I released a mixtape, and Benny Cassette hit me up. And he said, you've gotten a lot better, your songwriting and your skills, and he flew me out to Los Angeles to work with him for a couple weeks on one of his projects. And I think he was just kind of just testing me out.
Yeah.
He didn't really none of the work that I did for him ever was released or anything like that. And
he sold something. He sold something.
He sold something, right?
He sold something. That's what he did.
I hope he did. Because then people can be introduced to my music, and the takeover is not going to be so abrupt. But my relationship with him is basically now he just calls me up and we talk about music, and he shares his insights in the game. Obviously, him working with Kanye, it's been an incredible experience for him and for me, indirectly because, he's telling me about the kind of concepts that he told me that Kanye came into the room one day and he was like, oh, well, you know what? This is what I want Yeezus to sound like. I want Yeezus to sound like you just you just parked your car in your $1 million mansion. You just walked in and you just saw 3 black men raping your wife. That is what he told. And then he told Benny, I want you to go into that studio. Yep. I want you to go into that studio and I want you to make that sound.
Oh my God.
And Benny was like, what the?
If I could describe the feeling that I just got right now, oh my gosh!
But when you listen to
that's what it is, though. That's exactly what it is.
And Benny worked on a lot of that, and it's just crazy just to hear the conversation. He tells me about some of the conversations that he was having and how progressive that Kanye's whole team and unit are, and that's like the influence. Because I other than. Truthfully, I like Basquiat because phonetically it sounds great, but I really see myself as a young Kanye, and I really borrow a lot of his methods. And
yeah, man, that guy is, people think, people say that he's arrogant, the things he says in interviews, whatever.
Yeah,
he is what he says he is, man. He is the leading force in this generation. He is innovative. He can create the next thing that we've never seen before. People need to see beyond, or he's human, man. People need to see beyond all the ego and stuff like that. Like, just strip that away. We understand he's like that already. That man can do some things, man.
Yeah, the second, that something that I long story. I have so many things to say, but really, Kanye, what they're doing.
You can say him.
Well, this is the thing. I did a research project when I was at LaGuardia, where I met you, crazy. And it was about the framework of television.
Yeah.
Big up LaGuardia, LAGGGCCCC.
Y'all caused me so much headaches. Anyway.
Yeah, man. You got a lot of beautiful women, though. None of you have green cards. Listen. I'm sorry. I'm going to take that back. But, Oh,
it's on there now.
Yeah, I know. So basically, the framework of television and radio and stuff like that, sometimes it doesn't lend itself to education and to real... That's why I respect real journalists like yourself and people who really get those questions out. So people are going to just focus on Kanye's faults and things like that. Or they're going to focus on his arrogance and completely ignore the fact that he's saying some real ish.
Yeah.
And then that in itself just kind of shows you why he's so mad.
Exactly.
I would be mad as hell. I'll be mad if I said a whole bunch of stuff and all you did was focus on the fact that I was arrogant in the way that I said it. Just focus on the facts, man. Just listen to the words and then extract what you want and move on.
Preach.
All right.
Young Martin Luther.
Young Martin Luther. Thank you for letting me preach.
All right. So, you just came back from Atlanta, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
How was Atlanta?
Well, man, thanks.
It goes down in Atlanta.
Woo! Thanks to the help of my wonderful manager, I was able to perform at Spelman and Morehouse's homecoming. It was an incredible experience. I've never seen an exodus of black folks like that. It looked like the walk on Washington. I'm telling you.
But you do know that's the joint, though. That's if you go to Spelman, there's a level of prestige. When you go to, to Spelman and Morehouse, that's like. And there's movies that get made about those guys,
dude. And I felt it when I was there. I felt like an ant amongst gods. Okay, I was walking in the masses of black folks, and I was like, "What is this? Is like Exodus." And I had a performance down there, and I learned a lot. The people were not as open.
Oh well, that's what I was going to ask you. Like, how did they receive your music, man? Because I know in that's the South, and the South like the hip hop a certain way.
Yeah, you know what? They were. It was a different crowd, and it felt like these people were. I needed to engage more with them on like a level like, hey, and talk about things that they could relate to in order to get them into my music. It's just something that I learned. But the performance was awesome. The venue was awesome. Yeah. And the people who came out and showed love, there was a lot of people who really did show love. Yeah. And there were some people that were trying to hate on me. You know, I stomped on this guy's table and he got mad at me, and I was like, for the sake of the art, you have to accept that kind of thing, you know? And it was a Morehouse graduate, and I have nothing against that. I have only love, but you know why, man? I'm talking to you, bro. I know you're out there.
Haters going.
But it was an amazing experience. I mean, honestly, it was incredible.
I mean, I've never been to any of those places. I've just seen them in movies. And being an African kid, you know, like when you watch Stomp the Yard, you know, you think that you go to those places and you run into like Megan Good or something like that.
Oh, there are, dude. There's Megan Goods.
Let's not even go into that. Bro,
there were so many beautiful women. My manager introduced me to so many beautiful women. I was like, and these women are not like your typical girls, man. Like, they really are flawless. I mean, they are
educated. This prestige up in that too,
I'm telling you.
This ain't no Columbia University.
This ain't 125th. Okay, we in the Black House now. It's not even the White House no more down there, man. All right,
that's what's up.
Sorry about that. I'll get a little loud there.
Tomorrow you're performing. In Brooklyn.
Man. Yeah, man.
It's like a performance in Brooklyn. Let me tell you something. Brooklyn people don't play.
Nope.
You better come with it. Boo, boo, boo. You can't forget no lyrics, man.
No, not at all. Yeah, exactly. There's no more of that. You know, tomorrow night the Glasslands at 7:30, 8:30, open bar.
Thank God.
RSVP on at GregoryStutzer.com. At Gregory Stutzer. Anything. You just type in my name. You can RSVP on any of my profiles. And it's going to be open bar all night, and we're going to have an incredible set lined up for you. It's going to be actually, for the first time ever, it's going to be The Wave.
Nice.
All my people.
Nice.
Yeah. For the first time ever. And
your manager did that?
Yeah, she helped put that together. I mean, yeah, she's responsible.
You need to run for president or something.
Right? If you run for president,
I'll vote. You'll beat Joe Loda.
I'm gonna make the soundtrack. I will do the soundtrack for your campaign. It's gonna be like Vivian Kelly, you mother lovers, you mother fluffers.
Okay, wait. So tell the listeners again. Grasslands.
Yes, the Glasslands. Glasslands. And this is in Brooklyn, and you can RSVP online at any of my social medias outlets.
Let's shout them all out. Shout out all your social medias.
Gregory Stutzer on Facebook.com.
How's Stutzer spelled?
It's spelled Stutzer. Or I'm going to make it easy for you. Go to the .wave.com. All right? I have a genius over here that has put our flyer right on the front page. You're going to be able to just click right on it, RSVP, do everything you need to do. If you need to use it number 2 or number 1, whatever you got to do. That's just completely irrelevant. I just had to go there for some reason.
Man, this is. I mean, we're about to end, man. We're about to take it out.
Man, I was having so much fun, man. I really don't want to leave.
Listen, let me tell you something.
I don't want to go.
The invitation is open, man. If you want to just come down, you want to talk about. We can go through all seriousness. We're gonna go through some points.
I just want to be here to see what you're doing, man, because it's about time that I get behind you and what you're getting into right now.
Man, you know me.
This is an awesome show, man.
I'm always moving in the streets.
Hey. And that's a hit. It's a hit.
We're always moving in the street. But Greg, sincerely, man, I appreciate you coming through, man. You're a dear friend, and I love your music.
It's a pleasure, man. Thank you.
I always call Greg. Every time I need something music, if I need another ear, you always send it to Greg. See what he says about it, because his talent is unmatched. I think.
Thank you.
I mean, me and your manager were talking while you were in the loo. We're saying that there's a uniqueness about you, man. There's a uniqueness about you that I think captures people. I think that's what Benny saw as well.
Thank you.
I think it's just a matter of time. You're gonna make the right track, write the right lyric,
right?
The
right record,
the right time,
at the right time,
the right record, and that's it. That's it, because that stuff lasts. Because people like, and I know, I'm not gonna haze on Trinidad James, but when you make a hit song by accident, you fall out. Where's Trinidad right now?
I don't know.
Exactly my point. Where's Soulja Boy at right now?
He's on Instagram.
Exactly my
doing
point.
a lot of stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
He's really popping on Instagram.
When you make
right
things
now.
by accident, accidents never last. Everybody heals up, man. That's what I'm saying. So if you make anything sober with that clear conscience of yours, man, there's no limit, man.
I agree, man.
There's no limit, man.
Thank you for your encouragement, homie.
I'm gonna leave you. Actually, in fact, you know, I'm gonna do things different today. I'm gonna leave you with the final thought of the show today. My final thought today was gonna be, I was just gonna say, yo, let's stop taking guns and going to these public places and shooting people, man. Like, if you have a problem, go speak to someone about it. Go speak to someone about it, man. Right. It's not fair for people to live their lives and lose their lives because you mad at something.
Right.
Because you got a gun from somewhere. Now you mad at something. Now you want to take another life, and then on top of that, you kill yourself. So you don't want to be prosecuted. But listen, God gonna prosecute you. And there ain't no better lawyer than that. But that was my final thought.
That sounds like a Rick Ross lyric. God gonna prosecute you.
Final thought.
Just to, I'll just build off your thought. I feel like the education of children is so important and so undervalued in society. And I feel like once we start really focusing on how to educate our children morally, spiritually, and intellectually, then we can avoid these kind of incidents, you know. Obviously, some people are just sick, you know, but at the same time, you know, it's important that we do everything we can to prevent these things, you know. And I feel like stop and frisk is, you know, something that's in the future. That it's not a preventative matter that you can take. I feel like you know, earlier in life, once you address these issues, that's the best way to go about it. And I'm done before I say some crazy shit.
All right,
you should have never left me with the last thought, bro. Because
I appreciate it. Greg, thank you so much coming for the show.
Woo! You heard that, guys.
I appreciate it. Listen, guys, you know we're here every Tuesday, 3:30 on WCCR. I'm your host with the Moses. They call me H, but you can call me whatever you want to like. If you can pronounce my name, please pronounce my name correctly because I do have a nice name. I feel like my parents did a good job.
I can give you a jingle, a temporary jingle right now.
Go ahead.
Catch my drift.
Yeah. I'm going to start with a little Bruno Mars. This is Young Girls. Yep. All right, I'm out.